Hi, Joe. Your peer review partner is looking for the place where you live, um, paragraph or two to do his peer review. So I thought since I noticed you haven't posted it yet, since I had it in email, I thought I'd kill two birds with one stone, so to speak, and post it for him so he can have something to review and also show you how to post at the same time. So what I'm going to do, I've got my email open here where you emailed me your, um, not really essay. So I'm going to open that and get this, and I'm going to copy this. So I highlight it. Oops. I highlight it. I highlight all of it. Oops. Highlight it and Control C to copy. Now I'm going to go onto your blog. Since you did the join a class thing, what that does is let me get into your blog just like you can, which is great for this sort of circumstance where I'm trying to show a student how to do something. So I am signed in um, myself, but I get all the access to your dashboard because you joined a class. Not, and I'm the only one that can access it that way. The rest of the students can't. So there are a couple different ways you can do it. You would need, if you were doing this, you'd need to sign into your blog yourself. So you would either just go to the EduBlogs home, which is just edublogs.org. So you could just type it into the here, or you can click on your name on the course list of course blogs, um, and that'll bring you to this page. You won't be signed in, but there'll be a button that lets you sign in here. So you can click on that and then put in your username and password. So you'll need to sign in, and then you can either get into the dashboard and do it there, or you can just from here do plus new post. So this is a little bit quicker, so I'll do this one this way. This brings us into the dashboard eventually. Internet connection isn't real swift here. Okay, this brings us in here. Now I'm just going to put the same title you did, which is the place where I live. You might want to change it to something that is a little more descriptive of your particular place. Um, you'll be able to get into this post and edit it. I'll show you how to do that in a minute. The title goes up here. You just type it in, and then in this box here is where the post goes. I've copied it, so I'm just going to paste it here with a Control V. Um, if I wasn't quite finished and wanted to add more to it, I could save it as a draft, and then you'd be able to see it in this all posts. But I'll just go ahead and publish it here. Then I'll show you how you can access it a couple different ways. Okay, so you could see what it looks like and to see that it actually showed up on your blog by clicking this view post. And now we've got it here. It's got my name here because I'm the one that posted it, but that's fine. Um, if you were going to wanted to make some changes here, you could get at it a couple different ways. If you were signed into the blog, once you're signed into your own blog, you have an edit option on all of your posts. So that's good. You can click that. It brings you right back to the screen where I just was a minute ago. And then you can get in here and make any changes or additions or move things around or whatever you want to do. And then you want to remember to click this update button, which makes the changes go into effect. The other way you could get at it is under this all posts. If you click on here, and this would be a way if you hadn't posted it but you'd saved a draft, it would show up here. It's not going to show up on the outside of your blog, but it would show up here on this list of all posts. If you hadn't published it yet, it would say draft right here next to it, and you could get back to where I was just a second ago by clicking this edit. While I'm here, I'm going to erase this because that's just a dummy post that shows you what post look like? Okay, so if you click edit here, that brings you right back to where it was a minute ago at the post. And again, you can get in here so you can make any changes that you want to make. Okay, so I think John is the one that's doing your peer review. So now your essay, your piece will be up here for him to review, and then you'll need to go onto his blog to read his. And as I said in the instructions, I'd like you to post a let's see, while we're here, let me get to the course blog. So your blog is all set. Let me get to the course blog and show you what you're going to do for your peer review. So if you look here on the assignments, you can see that you're paired up with him. So you would go to his blog. There are some questions. Read over the information about how to do peer review, and some information about peer review. Then I've given you some specific questions to answer. You don't need to make detailed comments on every little comma that's missing or a misspelled word. Concentrate on just answering these questions. If there are any proofreading issues or grammar issues, I'll take care of those in my comments. So you're paired up with him, so you would click on to his name here to access his blog. He's got his place where you live here. So keeping the questions in mind, you'd read over his, and then click on leave a comment. If you're signed in yourself, as I am here, when you click on leave a comment, it knows who you are, so it would identify you and it would use your username here. And then you would just here click, and you might want to list, put a short little few sentences for each of the questions I asked with some specific detail. And then once you're finished, you click this post comment. Then I had also asked in the assignment for, in addition to posting the peer review on your partner's blog as a comment, I'd asked you to post it on your own blog, because that's a little easier way for me to keep track of your work when I'm grading your work, and it's also a way for you to make sure that he doesn't, that whoever you're doing your peer review on doesn't mistakenly delete your comment, or if they drop out of the class and delete their blog before I've had a chance to read it. So in order to keep control over your comments and to make sure you get credit, I asked you to post them on your blog as well. So you'd go onto his blog, read it over, think about what you have to say, make your comment here. Then you'd copy this comment that you'd made, and then go back to your own blog, which I can get at here. Go back to your own blog and say plus new post, and say peer review for the place where you live, or peer review for John's essay, or whatever. You do plus new post. Say that peer review for John's essay, whatever. Here is the title, and then copy the comment that you had made on his blog on your own blog here, and then just publish it. Okay, well, I hope that helps. Sorry, I don't like to get in and mess around with other people's blogs, but he did want to see how to do it, and I thought it might be helpful for you to see how to do it as well. Okay, if you have any questions, just shoot me an email.